My name is JaQuinton Means. I go by Jay in real life. Um, and my nickname is also the Wandering Alchemist, which I guess I started going by that like a year ago, maybe a year ago. Something like that. Could be 2 years now, I don't know. Initially, when I started putting out content, I made content about alchemy and spirituality and symbolism and ancient history and kind of modern history if it's like, I wouldn't say political, so to speak, but if I just feel like people need to learn about it. But I'm also a writer, so while I'm Twitch streaming, I hope there's not too much chaos with the music. Anyway, so for this platform for Twitch, I figured instead of doing my normal alchemy stuff and history stuff, that I would actually just make this channel dedicated to my writing and reading my works, and maybe hopefully over time, as time progresses, like start getting ideas for new things and have you guys share your opinions of, I don't know, take suggestions on what you think I should be writing or adding to certain stories that I've been working on. So yeah. Wait a second. I hate ads with a passion. So yeah, I guess a little bit about myself. I am 30 years old. I live in Arkansas. I am a native Arkansan. What else would you want to know? I was a minister in my early 20s for, I don't know, 2.5 years, roughly 2.5 years, something like that. And I got into alchemy and symbolism, I don't know how many years ago. I've probably been studying offhand subjects, but real intensity and finding like real information and facts probably for 7 years. Some of that time while being a minister. I also was a brewer. I don't consider myself a master brewer, but I also brewed beer for 7 years at a few different breweries in Arkansas. I don't know if y'all care about that at all, but I guess it definitely attributes to my personality and kind of being big into alchemy and different things. I recently left brewing the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so I guess it's pretty recent, pretty new, to pursue writing full time. So I will be figuring that shit out. I don't even know if you can curse on Twitch. I just did. I don't know, PG, not PG. I guess some people do curse on Twitch. I don't know. I'm gonna curse until they ban me or block me. I guess it doesn't matter. To whoever will be watching this later. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I recently quit that and will be doing writing full time. I've published 2 books. I'll be reading for my first book, which is this one. It's called Thoughts of a Prince. It's like a book of prose and poetry. So I'll be reading from that today. Just because it makes me like really vulnerable to read those first works. I think like when I set out to write that book or publish it or whatnot, it was a collection of my journal writings, a bunch of prose and poetry and just like social commentary. And so I kind of labeled it like as the years progressed, or like my transformation from those early journal writings to like the time I obviously stopped writing for that project. I guess I didn't really know it was gonna be a project like that at the time, but so it kind of showed like my progression and it's just extremely vulnerable. So I figured for my first Twitch stream, it would be nice to just be extremely vulnerable, be honest and open, read some stuff that's like very personal to me, and then as the channel grows or the page grows, if it grows, shit, who knows, if it grows, then I'll start reading other stuff. I've also published this novel, Willie, a historical fiction novel based in my home state of Arkansas. Cool thing, I've been hella busy on my last weeks of brewing, because I was leaving work, working like 10 to 12 hour shifts. I'm so sporadic and all over the place. Hopefully you can keep up with me. But anyway, I had while my last weeks of working at the brewery, I was the cellar manager for this place called Lost 40 Brewing in Arkansas. It's actually where I started my career in brewing before I like kind of traveled around and worked at other breweries along the state. But anyway, so I was working like 40, 50 hour weeks, and every day when I would get off after 10 to 12 hour shifts, I was running to the studio and spending 3-4 hours in the studio, once or twice a week to get the audiobook done. So I recently just finished my side of the recording of the audiobook, and now between next week, it's Monday. Damn. So this week, I'll be going back to the studio, and we're gonna start polishing it up and getting everything done, getting all the editing done, and any chapters I need to reread or any voiceovers I need to do, or if I stumbled or whatever. So that's exciting. That's a project done.